My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Arthur Christmas. And if you ask anyone, what is your favorite Christmas movie? They never pick this one. Most haven't even heard of it. And it's a real shame because this is easily one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. It's absolutely phenomenal. And truthfully, one of the most underrated and underappreciated movies out there. I loved it when I first saw it in 2012, and I watch it almost every year. And it's just, well, let's just get into it. Let's begin with the cast. First with James McAvoy, who's fantastic here. He's so genuine as this character, and he always brings the appropriate amount of heart and naivety when needed. And I just think he really excels in this movie. You've got Hugh Laurie, who plays Steve, and I think he's really great. You've got Jim Broadbent, who is so perfectly cast as Santa in this movie. He does a great job. And you've also got Bill Nighy, who's great and also really funny. So the entire cast does a fantastic job. The animation is bright and vibrant and looks great, especially this one scene where they're on a boat in the ocean, and just it looks really fantastic. But it also manages to be colorful. It's also very quick. Like, there are so many wonderful small gags that you can miss if you're not paying attention, and I just love how quick this movie is in moments, especially the beginning. I think this movie does manage to be really funny, not just in the small moments, but in the big moments as well. There's a character who's obsessed with gift wrapping, and I think that made for some good jokes. There's one scene where Santa's like, I'll be right back. And then 20 minutes later, it goes back to that same room, and someone's just like, he's not coming back! And they all freak out. That's really funny. There's this joke regarding UFOs and how the US views Santa Claus, which makes for some really good humor. So the movie is funny. The score by Gregson-Williams, who is a very underrated composer. His score for Shrek is just one of the best. But I think the music here is fantastic. It brings a certain sense of awe and wonder to this movie in moments. And it just brings that Christmas magic that all Christmas movies need. And then I also think the world building is really strong here. The operation that they have going on in the North Pole feels distinct to this movie. It doesn't feel like anything else we've seen done before. It feels entirely fresh, and that's, you've seen so many movies where Santa delivers presents and how, and to make that feel new here, I think is really impressive. But the real strength of this movie comes from the characters and the story. Every character is so clearly defined, and I love how the conflict thrives from these personalities and egos clashing, and how everybody just kind of forgets what really matters. In this story of this one boy who everybody views as a loser in North Pole, going above and beyond to get this one girl a gift. It's genuinely moving. I think this quest is filled with emotion and heart, and you feel it all the way through, from the opening scene where he's reading the letter and he's excited, and then his genuine heartbreak when he discovers that this one girl didn't get a toy, and how that just doesn't matter to so many people. It's just one toy. It's not even a full percent. And there's these great ideas of legacy and how you view the people you look up to, and what it means to be Santa Claus, which kind of sounds like a joke because, of course, Santa Claus isn't real. But this movie understands what he means to so many kids and so many people, and they just highlight that in a way that I haven't seen done before. And it's just very strong writing. Like, if I'm being completely honest, the last 10 minutes of this movie, it's embarrassing how much I tear up at it. I find it to be so powerful and emotional in a very positive way. And this movie just doesn't get the credit it deserves. It's something really special. You've got great humor, great animation, great music, great memorable characters, a great story, and it just leaves you moved. And not many movies, yet alone Christmas movies, actually succeed in all of that. And no one talks about this movie, period, but they don't even talk about it in the discussion of Christmas movies. I think it's Sony Pictures Animation, and they don't even discuss it in that breath. They discuss Spider-Verse, which is great, I love it, but like nothing else. And it's just, you've got this real gem of a movie that was released wide, and just, it bums me out that nobody talks about or even knows this movie exists. It is one of the very best. It's not just one of my favorite Christmas movies, it's one of my favorite movies, period. And it's one that I go back to every year, and I'm always just taken back by how good it is. If you haven't seen it, I cannot recommend it enough. So I'm going to go ahead and give Arthur Christmas a 9 out of 10. One more thing I'll add is that I love how this movie doesn't take a side of whether the old way is best or the new way. Because as far as the movie's concerned, it doesn't matter how, it just matters that it gets done. And just so good. So good. Love this movie. I'm probably going to release this video on Christmas. So in that case, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great day. But have you seen Arthur Christmas? Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin, out.